Still in my bag, intact, don't slack. Fill in the gap, it's a rap, no cap. Might stay dash, just to chase they cash.
Welcome back to another day in the Elajas era. I'm your host with the most boast, Taylor Elajas. Back to you with another episode of Filling the Gap. You doing good? I'm doing pretty good, but are you doing good though? I'm doing pretty good. So today, we have a very interesting topic. Very nasty topic, but has to be talked about because we have to shine a light on the nastiness that goes on in the entertainment industry as a whole. So what we're going to be talking about is surviving R. Kelly. Celebrities are not gods. And now I added that little piece to the end of the Surviving R. Kelly, which is a docu-series that released by Lifetime. And now I want to give them credit because it was a very entertaining docu-series. And usually Lifetime is pretty bad with documentaries. Okay, like I usually don't go to them for my docu-series. They're not very good with it. Up until now. This was very entertaining and very saddening, but also very entertaining. But I think it brings up a more specific point of what we need to bring to the forefront. We need to stop treating celebrities like gods. They're not gods. They're people. We need to stop putting them on a higher platform and taking their word as God sent. Taking anything that they do as God sent because it's not. They can mess up just like anybody can. Stop treating celebrities like gods. They're just regular people like you, but they have a larger platform. If you have a dirty uncle who does some stuff that is not very nice to other people or your own family members, any celebrity can be the same way and be just as dirty. We need to stop thinking that they're high and mighty and better than all of us because they're not. They're regular people. And I want to take you back to Kanye and the MAGA hat, because we were all saying, oh my gosh, Kanye has such power in this industry. He has such power over people's minds and how they think. We shouldn't be letting that happen though. You know, that's something that shouldn't be happening. We should not be taking Kanye's word as God sent. He could say slavery is a choice, but you have your own opinion to tell yourself, no, it's not. You know, like he has the ability to say those things, but we have the ability to take that and not use it as the word of God. Like, why do we take, just because Kanye has money and just because Kanye is one of the best producers of all time, don't get me wrong, but that also goes into separating the person from the creation. And I honestly think that that is a necessary thing. Don't get me wrong. R. Kelly's a nasty, nasty man. But damn it, he makes some great music. If you look at all of the music he's made, all of the most iconic songs are by him. Like, it's crazy. Or he's had a hand in them. Like, he has a hand in a lot of iconic songs. I Wish. I Believe I Can Fly. Step in the Name of Love. Ignition. A whole bunch of other ones. He has had a hand in them. Now, he's a very nasty man, but I want to say that he's not the only nasty man in this industry. It's a whole lot of nasty men. And I'm not saying that we should not acknowledge that he's a nasty man. We need to acknowledge all of the nasty men. And I do hope that this puts a platform and a pedestal on all of those nasty men. But what is the interesting part of it is that all of R. Kelly's streaming numbers boosted after this documentary, which is interesting, but like it didn't surprise me because honestly, my first instinct after watching it, because I didn't listen to R. Kelly's song I Admit. By the way, I am wearing a Snuggie. Gotta stay warm. I did not listen to R. Kelly's song I Admit, where he came out with like a 19-minute track saying, what really is a sex cult? What really is having sex with children? You know, like he didn't really admit to anything. He kind of was just like, what does all this even mean? Like, what are they even trying to put on me right now? You know, like, what are they even trying to say? That's basically what he did in that whole 19-minute track, right? Didn't really admit to anything. I didn't listen to it, but when they talked about it on the docuseries, it made me think I want to listen to this song now, just to see and hear what he was talking about. So it's understandable. It got into people's heads like, oh, I want to go bump some R. Kelly now before he gets canceled. Maybe that's what is going on in people's heads, but it's understandable why they would go and stream it, but it's definitely sad because they just put more money in his pockets, And the crazy part is that this is still going on. And the whole time that I was watching it, I was just saying, like, R. Kelly can literally watch this. Like, he can watch this. Can literally watch this. Like, a lot of times with documentaries and docuseries on people, they're usually dead, or they're out of the industry, or they're usually not around to be able to see it 9 times out of 10, But he can literally watch a docuseries of a bunch of people talking about him basically to his face, like, because he was going to see it. But I'm going to bring you to some information that I actually came upon today regarding this whole situation going on. And apparently, R. Kelly is under investigation in Georgia. So I'm going to read a little excerpt from what I found out. The dozens of women and men accusing R. Kelly of sexual misconduct may finally see their attacker get locked up, because TMZ is reporting that the Fulton County Attorney's Office has opened a formal investigation against R. Kelly, and it all stems from the accusations made in Surviving R. Kelly. So we may see this man get locked up. The investigations are opened, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, because my whole point of this was that we all knew R. Kelly was a nasty man from the fact when the tape came out. It was one of the most sold tapes at that time. We all knew he was a nasty man. And that also brings me back a little bit to these celebrities are not gods. They're not gods. Stop treating them like gods. Stop putting them on a pedestal to where this man is a nasty man. And you got to put 2 and 2 together. Regardless of the fact that he was acquitted, he paid those people off. And now they're able to speak. Because, the whole NDA is non-disclosure agreement is probably up. The years are up and they can probably speak freely. But he paid them off to be able to get out of that case. Like, look at the video. You may not want to look at the video, but you can really tell it's him. It's just that the girl said it's not her. Family said it wasn't her. He says it's not him. He actually pinned it on his brother. They don't look alike like that. Like, they're similar, but you can tell it's R. Kelly. Like, that is R. Kelly. He paid those people off for them to say it's not him. But we all know this, though. We all know that he did it. We all know he's a nasty man. We all know from Aaliyah, 15-year-old, that they were talking. Like, but Aaliyah had a lot of people tripping, though. Like, Aaliyah had Timbaland tripping. She dated Dame Dash. Like, she had a lot of people just in a frenzy. Genuine. Like, she had a lot of people in a frenzy. But that's besides the point. We all know that R. Kelly's a nasty man. But you still let your kid go with R. Kelly because you think it'll be different with her. You think that he'll change her career. You think that he'll change her life. He's a nasty man. I'm not letting my 14-year-old go with you nowhere. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not letting my 14-year-old daughter go with you anywhere. Forget the fame. She can get it a different way from a person that did not go to court for child pornography. I'm just not doing that. But people think that celebrity status, they can do no wrong. He's a nasty man. He can do everything wrong. And he did. And I want to bring you to another case of another musician being quite as nasty, which I feel like this wasn't really put on a platform either. And I feel as if this one's even worse. We have Steven Tyler. He is a rock star. Wow, I like cut my finger, and I don't even know when that happened. I've been scratching at it, thinking that it was just like some kind of like donut or something, but I like cut my finger. But anyway, we have Steven Tyler, and I'm going to give you a little bit more information on Steven Tyler if you don't know who he is, because it's understandable, maybe if you're not in that sector of music. He is a part of the band Aerosmith, Boston-based rock band, and he's a singer, songwriter, musician, actor, and former television music competition judge. Now, this man is nasty. He also belongs in that nasty category. So he dated a 16-year-old, right? Dated a 16-year-old and gained custody of that 16-year-old. Now, that is disgusting. How do you date somebody you gained custody of? The story doesn't even stop there. Okay? Now I'm going to read you a direct quote by the female in question. So the female in question is Julia Holcomb, and she was 16 when this all happened. Holcomb says Steven Tyler, wanted children, and she agreed. She says, I wanted children and began to believe he must truly love me, since he had made himself my guardian and was asking to have children with me. He threw my birth control pills off the balcony of the hotel we were staying into the street far below. Now, damn it, that is disgusting. How do you have custody of an individual and then you want to impregnate them? Like, that is just, like, what? That is disgusting. That's just utterly disgusting. Just utterly, it's making my skin crawl. Okay? Now, Steven Tyler actually made this girl have an abortion, because he probably realized, wow, I really actually don't want to have a child with this 16-year-old. So, another little excerpt from the article I'm getting this from. A few months into the pregnancy, Steven Tyler left her in Boston while he toured. And this is a quote. I was alone and pregnant in the apartment with no money, no education, no parental care, no driver's license, and little food. That sounds like an awful life to live. Holcomb writes, the apartment caught fire, and Holcomb barely made it out alive. She suffered significant smoke damage, but there was apparently no damage to the fetus. So she's apparently in like a burning building. So just a lot of things are happening. Just a whole lot of things are happening right now. But that also goes to the fact of the mother allowing that to happen, the parents allowing that to happen. Stop thinking these people are not nasty. Stop thinking that your daughter will be different. It won't. They're nasty, okay? They like what they like. And now, it's like, would we be saying the same thing if a older female, right, was trying to do the same thing with younger kids, with younger boys? We might just think, oh, nah, it's whatever. You know, like, he's getting some. Yeah, I know he's happy, but it's really disgusting when it's an older male and younger females. But this also happens where older women also prey on younger men, because, and it's also more societally acceptable for that to happen. So I feel like it's really up to that parent to know that this is not okay. Okay, this is just not okay. And bring you to another case of Madonna. Okay, Madonna is currently married to her manager. Madonna met her manager when she was 12. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Stop letting your kids go with these people. Stop. They're not nice, okay? You can be around them, but you never let them just take them, because now your daughter or son is in a situation they can't leave because they're not even with you anymore. So how are they going to get out? they're stuck with them, especially if you sign your kid over to this rock star to be your kid's guardian, your kid's legal guardian. Like, what is going on? I'm also going to provide you a little more information from what happened to parents of a child that R. Kelly allegedly preyed on. So, according to The Blast, Don Russell is being accused of threatening his parents, the parents of Jocelyn Savage, who is the girl in question that R. Kelly has allegedly a part of his sex cult, which is still currently happening. There's still 2 daughters, allegedly, in his control. And Don Russell is R. Kelly's manager. Okay? So, according to The Blast, Don Russell is being accused of threatening the parents of Jocelyn Savage, who appeared in Surviving R. Kelly. Her father, Timothy Savage, called the police on January 3rd, saying Russell began sending them threats the morning that the docuseries aired. Timothy Savage texted him, writing, "It would be best for him and his family if the documentary does not air." Now, that's a lot. So, R. Kelly is also trying to come out with his website saying, "Surviving the lies." He's saying all this is lies, and all this is being taken out of context, and they're just trying to make his image even worse. But R. Kelly believes that he is above the law, he is above life, he is above everything. And honestly, when you get away with a child pornography case and allegedly having a sex cult, it's possible to feel like you're above everything. It's very possible to believe that. But hey man, I just want everybody to leave this video with the understanding that celebrities are not celebrities. They're regular people that got money and a platform. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all they are. That's all there ever will be. And you need to understand that. Some people can't really grasp that idea because they see a person that inspires them. They see their art. They see what they do. They see their creations and they think, oh my gosh, you're a god. I love you. I love what you do. I love your music. I love your art. I love everything you do. But it shouldn't be like that. They're regular people that are very talented. You know, talent doesn't make you a god, though. Understand that. Please. Because we don't want this to happen anymore. Okay? They're not gods. They're regular people. Just like me, you, your mom, your auntie, your uncle. And they can be just as nasty as whoever is nasty in your family. Because everybody got a nasty family member. Everybody do. You know? And they are that nasty family member of their family. That's all it is. But that's going to do it for this video. I'll catch you next time on Fill in the Gap. Are you an artist with a fire track but just not enough promotion? Well, lucky for you, I have 3 playlists currently available on Spotify and Apple Music that you can be featured on. I have one for breaking new hip-hop, I have one for R&B and smooth tunes, and I have one specifically made for newer artists. To be able to send me those songs, you can either DM me or email me, and the links to those will be in the description below. Do you have what it takes to be in the music industry? Well, prove it. See you in the next video.
My people tell me that I'm good for this. The other ones just think I'm hood for this. But really, I've been busy with filling the gap with the feeling of being really the most. So tell me, what is your life? I can tell you what life's like. Shine bright, set a soul in your head.